getting kicked out, so I had to, yeah. And then I only got a suitcase, that bag, this backpack, and my other backpack. And then my other backpack is going to hold the stuff that it's going to hold stuff that I actually use on the day to day. Whereas the suitcase is holding stuff that I could or might potentially wear, but most likely won't. The brown bag's gonna have all the stuff that I will wear every day. That's why that's right here. These are all clean. I just washed these. These are all going to be used by me every day. Socks, underwear, all of it, all of the above. Right. Then I think the other backpack's just gonna hold like miscellaneous things like boxes and other shit. So essentially, if I were like, "What? How are you getting kicked out and why?" It don't know the real why. Because I get the why changes every few. I feel like it changes so often. It's like I don't know what the real why is. You know, the why could be because I don't. Seems like I don't clean. Then again, I am the type of person where if I physically didn't cause something to get dirty, I'm not going to clean because that's not my responsibility, right? Me as a person, my responsibility is to clean after myself, not others. Uh, Now, when it comes to doing dishes, we all contributed, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, those aren't mine. Like, I only put a cup in it. Like, maybe when I was a kid, because quite literally, I mean, there'd be like a fucking mountain of dishes, and then I'm getting blamed for it. And it's like, I put a fork in. I've been using the same fork and bowl for like 2 days. But my thing is like, I don't mind doing dishes. It's just like, I hate when people wait until they get piled up. And then it's like, damn it, man. Like, I don't fucking want to do those. Like, so when I lived myself in my home in Philly, I just did it like once a week, and even then I wasn't cooking shit like that because I mean when I cook, I'm used to cooking for like me, my sister, my mom, and dad. Even if they're not going to eat anything, I'm still used to cooking it because they say they're not hungry, but who's to say in about an hour from now they're not gonna be hungry? And then what about me? Like what if I'm still hungry later? At least I still have some food, right? So yeah, and then nowadays when I'm like, yeah, I see your boy, like yes, I'm still like very much like chubby, right? But I'm not obese like I used to be. So, and to avoid doing that, I want to make less food. So I had to learn to make smaller portions. But even then, I got to a point where I'm just like, I make such little portions that my food's going to expire. Like I'll buy like ingredients to make like spaghetti or some elaborate or very nicely some very nice meal, right? And then it's like, oh, the greens, all the celery and all the other stuff that I bought, and garlic and all the fresh mushrooms I bought, gone because I didn't use it within a week. You get what I'm saying? And it's like I get it. It's like only buy what you're gonna eat, but it's like I did buy what I was going to eat. I just was so tired. I just didn't feel like it. And by the time I really felt like making it, I opened the fridge. The mushrooms are moldy, and everything else is fine. But mushrooms moldy, the celery is starting to wilt. It's not fun. So I just would eat once every like a day or half, 2 days. And even out here, like out here, I was eating every day because like food's a little bit cheaper out here. So like I say like for the same $250 I would have spent on groceries in Philly, I saved 50 out here. So really I spent 200 and then I get an extra 30 to just you know what I'm saying? So I just would buy food, eat for the whole month, be straight, be chilling, buy what I wanted, eat what I wanted, whenever I wanted. And then with the weather how it was, I was enjoying myself. And I'm like, man, it kind of sucks. Like I left Philly right as Philly's warming up, but I know Philly's gonna be cold for another 2 weeks. Meanwhile, it was like May, and we're still cold in Philly. So I was like, yeah, like, I'm glad to be down here. Uh, and I was like, I remember that right then and there. Like I thought about that, like, oh man, I'm glad I'm not in Philly because Philly would be cold right now. And that's what I thought. I was like, like smacking myself in the head, basically. Like, what the fuck am I talking about? Get a fucking job, dog. Like, you didn't just come down here to just relax and do it. No, no. You could have just done all that in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have just gone downtown, like, sat on top of events and shit like that. If I was going and just end up being homeless, right? I'm not gonna be homeless, so I'm gonna get myself a job, get my own place, and we gonna move on and keep building, keep building, keep building. And then the other homies were gonna come down here. The friends were coming down here. I mean, we're all down in the south at this point in time, but I guess they were gonna come over here. I was gonna go over there to their state. I don't know about everybody else, but I didn't mind it because it's like more people the merrier. And then I also was going to go deeper into this YouTube stuff, and that's one thing I want to apologize for. Is like, I'm sorry for not posting shit. I literally was posting clips here and there, and then it died. And it's purely because like the people that I could ride with at the time, I guess I think they didn't have a job, and they were getting one, and they were also have their own thing that they're doing. So I don't want to be like that guy that's like, yo, let's go ride, and it's we've ridden every day for 3 weeks straight, getting like clips like 3 times a week. So I was just like, you know what? let's Let me just go ahead and oh, found a piece of gum in my tire. Anyway, I was just like, yeah, let me just let them do their own thing. I seen that they do music. Like, I know how that can be. It can be stressful. You can be busy. So I'm gonna let them do their thing for the weekend or so, and I'll hit them up and see what they up to. But at that point, I had lost my job at fucking Walmart, which I was working next to the whole time, working overnight. Like, I literally would go home 7 a.m. But like my coworker, he would come back with me. We would chill, smoke, maybe drink a little bit, and he would leave to go ride another 2-3 hours down the road, and then not even that, but like just to go ride like maybe 40 minutes down the road, and then I'd go to sleep, or I'd be up for 40ish minutes. He gets back, he goes to sleep, I go to sleep. We both wake up. He's at work 2 hours ago, and I'm just now getting ready to leave to go to work at like 9, 8 o'clock if I didn't oversleep. But even then, fact is, I was working there overnight, doing nothing all day because I just couldn't. The moment I start doing stuff all day is the moment I wake up too late for work because it's overnight, and it's like my first time like having a job where I'm like actually being hard on myself for not being on time. So yeah, that was fun. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is because your boy is getting accused of burglary. That's right. That's right. The one dude, at least I thought I would be the one guy that would never have been accused of anything like that, especially with the fact that I don't do any of that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, sure, like, I'm from Philly. We would walk into, like, I won't walk into a Wawa and steal food, but I might go into, like, a dollar store, give me a water as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, I don't got no money. Like, I found 50 cents on the ground earlier and I spent that on chips because I was hungry. Now I'm thirsty 4 hours later, and yeah, uh, I need some drink. But even then, like, the waters are 50 cents. Most people wouldn't mind giving you 50 cents for water. So, you get what I'm saying? So, I've never been the type of person where I'm just like walk into a place and then just like, I'm taking this and then leaving. No. Like, the most I've ever taken was probably food. Like, maybe like $30 worth of food. And that's about it. That's from like a fucking, whatchamacallit, damn Whole Foods. Whole Foods got plenty of fucking money. They ain't worried about no $30 worth of fucking mac and cheese and fucking chicken. And meanwhile, that's not just for me. That's for my cousin, for whoever else is with us, because I know they're hungry. And it's like, I know they got to ride. They also got to ride 3 to 5 miles home, just like everybody else here that's outside riding around. And even then, most time I just was be like, y'all shouldn't be doing that. At once it's cool because everyone gets it, right? You're hungry, you're thirsty, you've been out all day. I get it. People get it. But doing it every day, every time you're out here, it's like, nah, man, that's not cool. That's not something you do like once in a while. Cool, especially if you, because what we do is we would give the rest of the food to someone that's homeless. That's cool. That's fair. That's a vibe. But still, you shouldn't be doing that, especially every day. So I stopped hanging out with them because I'm like, I'm not in. I don't steal food. Like I do it because I have to. I'm hungry. I have no money. There is no go home and eat something. No, there's go home and starve just like I am right now. That's when I would do something like that. But stealing money, product, like that's not necessities. Like if it ain't water or food, I'm not gonna take it. Because if I don't have the money to buy it, why do I need it? Why should I get it? Right? Like the food, like I had money for food. Did I spend on something dumb 2 days before? Probably. And that's why I have no money, right? But in this case, they're saying that I broke into a smoke shop, Mr. Tobacco and Vape in South Carolina, North Charleston, Dorchester Road. Meanwhile, for when the incident happened, which was towards the end of May, which you guys know I got here May 1st, but towards the end of May, I had just got my job with Walmart and I was starting July or yeah, June 4th. I wanted to start early because rent would have been due the first, and yeah, I had like half of the rent, but wanted more money. They were cool with letting me have more time to do it, which is fine. But I was like, next time, this ain't gonna be. Well, there ain't gonna be no next time. When I get rent money in my pocket, we're taking that, putting that in my savings because we ain't. I ain't trying to do that again. Like that. That was just fucking nerve wracking because I hate being late when it comes to payments, especially something like that affects like if I could even make more money. Like, but at home, you kind of can't make money. Like, you need a mailing address, and you could open a PO box, but that still requires you to have a previous mailing address, and now you've lived there for at least a few months. Hence why I'm just like at this point, I might ask if I could use just to open PO box so that I can at least get mail because there's a post office not far from here. They're pretty fairly close, but yeah, they're accusing me of breaking in to a smoke shop, saying I used a screwdriver and a hammer, which is crazy because like you guys know me, I need reconstruction surgery on my right knee, never got it. So first of all, and I know how glass and stuff is just made because well I'm into stuff like that, man. I'm into glass and into cars, automotive. I'm into everything. Like I like learning about everything. So I know a little bit about glass in the sense of I know that these glass are old style glass paintings. So these are singles. So like if you smack this, it's gonna cut you. It ain't just gonna shut. I mean, it might. One of these might, but these look like older style windows where if you punched it, it's just gonna cut you. Nowadays, we use laminated glass or safety glass where you break it, it either just crumbles into little pieces of granules and doesn't can't cut you. And then you have the other kind, which is laminated, where you break it and it doesn't even crumble. It just holds as one piece. Most stores use laminated glass. Most businesses, unless it's a very old building where they're not wanting to spend money on that, right? But yeah, most buildings in this day and age use laminated glass. You can't just like I'm telling you, like I first of all, one just a hammer and a screwdriver alone is not enough. You need to have to kick it in, right? Or you've had to have to throw your body into the glass or something, because there is no like once you crack it, it's simple. You just push it or you throw your body weight into it. But for me, I'm not trying. I'm not going to. First of all, one that's fucking dumb. That's a crime. That's a felony. I'm good. I have firearms. I want to be a firearm instructor, a gunsmither. I want to do all kinds of things that a felon cannot do. I want to have a life. Felons usually don't have lives because they can't get jobs. And even now, with pending charges, I can't get a job. I've not been able to get a job. Everywhere I apply, they wait like 2.5, 3 weeks when they usually wait about a week or less to tell me that they're not going to take me. Like 2 days later, they're like, "Oh, we're not gonna take you." That's fine. Find someone else. But now waiting 2 weeks for responses from companies, and it's like, why does it feel like I'm in Philly now? You know? And then here's the thing: is like in Philly, it's like it seems like they didn't even do their job probably because they're just like, nope, 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 nope. Apparently, also Gen Z isn't getting hired. So, also another thing is if you're black, put black or Mexican or anything other than just white on your application, you're guaranteed to get denied off the rip just by based off of AI. And then yeah, and then two, they're not hiring anyone under the age of 45. It's like, what the fuck does that supposed to mean? So you're saying that you're gonna hire everyone that's 45 years old and they still expect to make money? Yeah, y'all companies aren't gonna last very long. You're like, even if you're like McDonald's, you're not gonna exist in 50 years. 50 years from now, McDonald's not gonna exist if they only hire people who are 45 plus. Anyone who reaches 45 is literally like rich and will never work for you ever. So it's just like it doesn't make sense why they're doing that. But anyway, a little tangent. But back to that. The reason why I say that is because of pending charges, I can't do that. Right now, the homie's calling me, so now I'm about to end this live, finish putting this together, and talk to him. Cause yeah, I just want to let y'all know what's going on. I'm homeless in like 2 days. I'm gonna be living outside, but I'll keep y'all updated.